guys, this is KC Jilly and old Preston. This is my homie here helping me out. We're taking a look at the Kimble County Courthouse today. All right, so we're actually starting down here in the basement. They're about to do a restoration on this place, and a lot of these rooms nobody's ever even seen in here. But I figured we'd show some before and after. You can't even see in there now, but there was records stored on the other side of this wall. And I thought I'd just take a minute and take a look at this place before it's all restored to how it once was. All right, this is the basement here. We got little rooms here. A lot of shelving, isn't there?
A lot bunch.
Man,
Look at that.
that shelving would be pretty nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good table too.
I can sit up
Yeah.
and talk about.
All right. Yep. And this is the reason this place has had it down here. It's got all kind of mold growing, and look at the shape the windows are in. You know, it's time. It's time. Okay, man, I'll tell you the truth, Preston, we may have to come down here and steal a bunch of these. If they're gonna get thrown away, I ain't gonna let it happen. We can use it when our new shop gets built, you know it? All right, let's come check out this guy. Look at how bad the mold is over in the corners and stuff. Pretty dang yucky. I mean, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, buddy.
It's time. No wonder people always getting sick and having all kind of stuff going on. There's a lot of mold, man. A lot of mold. It's time. All the old lights. Yep. All right. Oh, look. I'll catch that for somebody. I don't know who Rosalia was or Gangster Lee.
Someone watching that door.
Oh, it's the other room on the other side. And this little room, upstairs where they had the jury room, they stored all these, a law library down here. And the books were stacked, sitting flat on top of each other this high in here.
Dang.
Me and the trustees did it some years back. That was quite a job.
Yes, sir.
All right. See. Yeah, we may come back after lunch, Preston, man, with a trailer. I ain't gonna lie. There's kind of a lot of shelving and stuff, man. That would really be handy. All right, so another room off the basement. You see the walls all cracked over there. All right. Yep. I mean, doesn't look like much to it, kind of like an empty apartment building or something.
Right.
Yeah. Here's your door you were seeing from the other side. All right. Well, not much in these. They pretty well got her cleaned out. All right. Now the boiler, which is running.
Yeah.
I guess I have to ask Hal about it, you know what I mean, as far as shutting it down. This is the old boiler room here. This has recently been replaced. I don't know if they'll be using it again or not, or selling it or what. Yeah, I mean, it should be set up to shut itself down if something goes wrong, but look at these old boxes down in here. You don't see this kind of stuff around here no more. Pretty interesting. See, this guy's good to run for a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that water, they set up the same, catch water up along, should shut it down.
Well, the floor here where it's sitting
Yeah.
was all busted up, and me and Charles Connor come in here, and he did some concrete work here. We patched that up. This old sump pump is a just-in-caser, and it's been replaced once or twice. Josh helped me. This right here goes up, and then it goes all the way out the top of the roof. On the very top, it's the old heating system there, and it was full of bird nests and raccoon poop and pecans, and me and the trustees hauled out about probably 3 or 4 55-gallon trash cans full of stuff out of here. Just came out of that dang chute. What's your step, buddy? Pretty neat. All right. So, boy, if ever a place needed some love, it's time. All right. Big old piece of glass. You need a window? All right. So look at all these cleaning supplies still. This is where the storage for all the cleaning supplies and just some extra supplies. Yep, we may have to make a run over here, Preston. You know it? Consultation room, ladies' restroom. This old stuff. You see the shape the walls are in down in here. Some folks didn't think we needed the restoration that bad, but they never see some of these spots, you know? It seems like nothing, but look, that goes all the way through to the other room. You know, it's pretty rough shape. All right. Okay. And this one actually is going to go under that stairwell. All right. All right. So we got this little nook and cranny. You were telling me, weren't you, that they used to do film? Yeah, this was the dark room or something.
Yeah, and then they moved it all over to jail. When I was working for Pat Davis in Alabama way back in the day, I learned to develop film over there. And see, this was the dark room at one time.
Our light ain't working, look here. I've never seen back in there. I can't right now, I may have to look better later, but this is actually under the stairwell. There used to be a sink in here.
Yep.
I guess for developing film and stuff, but you can't even tell what's in here now.
And one judge had a little
Got this big one,
They
but-
kept him locked up in there.
Right, the goat man, I think, lived
this
back
was
in
a dark
there.
room back in the early 80s. When I started working for Pat Davis in 84.
Yeah,
And I worked there until 93. So, but they moved all over to jail and we learned to develop film. I used to have a picture I gave to Arthur of Jack Jones sitting there at my desk. He took me an old black and white photo. It was pretty cool.
heck yeah. Look, there's a little hooter there too. I'm talking about the little dolly. All right. We're gonna go upstairs. Let's see.
Pretty interesting.
All right. And here's the old bathroom. These are the kind of fixtures we've had here. The water's been turned off, so people's done what they had to do, but this is our before the restoration. All right. All right. We got 4 different directions here. Which end you want to start on? Let's start down here.
Pretty neat.
All right, this is the south end on the first floor. This used to be the clerk's office. And this was their little break room. Yeah, it's weird to see it all empty, isn't it? Yep. all the built-ins that's been in here over the years. And from what I understand, this right here, the clocks on the outside of the building,
Used to be time on this.
yeah, you could set it here and turn stuff on and off from here. So that controlled the outside clocks once upon a time.
Boy, that's a big clock.
Now this whole section from right here, I believe. Is it that far or is it maybe right there? One of these, most of this section I believe is coming off. This will not even be a part of the new courthouse. I think they're restoring it to like the 1920s version of the courthouse before it got burned or whatever. And then this has been added on over the years, but you see, we got so many issues that we've had. The restoration is a good thing, you know, lots of issues. All kind of cabinets and stuff.
Big old cabinets.
I know. If we had time, you know what I mean? They're just not, but. So, and then the records room, the public records, is back in here. Used to this room, I don't even know where they say here.
Title and documents and all that.
Yeah, used to you could come back here and look up title deeds and just all old public records of Kimble County, marriage licenses, stuff like that. Yeah, let's go look at it. And they got their own little network here because voting and stuff happened out of this office as well. All right, let's go see what we got down here. Yeah. Well, there's a section of this I wanted to get into and I've never been able to. Just for sheer curiosity.
Holy shit.
It's real echoey. All right.
This room's down here.
Right here. See, I never seen underneath this one. There isn't much here, I don't guess. All right.
This is cool.
This has always been blocked off though. It's got a little sliding rail system. But this is before. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know that this part will even be here when they build back. Yeah, look, that's the room we were in just a minute ago. Let's see if we can. That's where we started off in that room. How about the electric coming in?
Sweet shit like that.
Yeah, that looks like maybe old Jilly Wallace did that.
Well, we were expecting a couple hours here makes money.
No joke, huh? All right. Well, we're heading back upstairs now.
I never knew this room was here.
They kind of had it hid, to be honest.
Yeah.
I knew it was here because that's where we put the Christmas tree up and put the voting boxes and stuff. All right. You good, man? All right. I don't know what's going on right there. Oh, they're revealing the original. See, must be where the original building stopped.
I bet so.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, from this wall right there, maybe, all this way is going to disappear. It's not part of the original building. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And there is the county courtroom. Where the judge sits and everybody else who's involved. Commissioner's court's held in here all the time. And that's for the public seating. Uh-oh. Preston's finding goodies. What do you got?
Boy, that son of a bitch was blind.
All right, let's see here. All right. And this, you're looking west here. We're on the southwest quadrant of the courthouse. And we're walking into the judge's chambers. This is where the county judge sit for such a long time. Andy Murr is the one who painted that guy Aggie Maroon. Used to look like all the rest of it here. And then we got these old vaults. Every office has its own little vault. And their own little goody stuff to hide stuff in. And you can see, it's pretty dark. Yep. Once upon a time, all the keys were right over here against the wall to everything in the county, except for my copy, because I'm just a dumb maintenance guy. And this is the judge's secretary's quarter right here.
One time this was Justice Peach, this was Jack Jones was.
Right here was JP's office? Okay, and here, as of recently, this has been where the driver's license people would come.
No.
And they worked out of this office. Yep. All right. And this was the veterans officers area here. They worked out of this one. Got some goodies left over. But every room, or at least most of the rooms, have these little, this one's got a light in it. See, oh, it's working too. They got these vaults.
Josh said we want some of them metal shelves down there?
Yeah.
They'll haul them out to us.
Yeah.
How many you want?
All of them, they want to set on there. Just tell them to do it last, and they can leave it on the trailer, and me and you'll take care of
You
it.
want to bring that other deal out that locker?
Yeah, that'll work.
On them all?
They can, yeah. Just stack them all on there, and we'll take care of it. All right, so. All right, so. And this is looking east here. I'm on the southeast quadrant. We've got prisoners from the jail helping. They got a guy taking care of them, but they're loading up the last of the trash around here, getting ready for this big restoration. All right. All right. And this is the custodians area here. This is where most of our breaker boxes come to, most of them. You can see once upon a time the awesome phone system that was going on. Just a squeezed in little room. A lot of cleaning stuff and let's see here. Once upon a time.
Y'all need new chairs, Dad?
No, we got all kinds of chairs.
All right. See where the girls handle their business. All right. This was the ladies' restroom before. And I'll tell you, if you have to work on any plumbing, you got to take that panel off right there. And there's enough room for my entire body to crawl in that wall. And I could stand up and walk in it. There's that much room. So. And this used to be the office for the Kimble County Appraisal District. They worked out of here. And now we're on the northwest side of the courthouse. Let's see here. Peek outside. It's the northwest quadrant. They had several people working in this office. And this is the part that the public saw. None of these chairs were in here. But there were some ladies with desks all back in here in and a big clear screen. You could see through to them, but the coronavirus wouldn't get anybody. All right, and here is their vault. They have a big vault. There's actually has a little depth and size in here. Let's see. Here we go. So, but you can see the shape. This is why this place has to be restored. We've got so many issues we're stacking up. It was time. Okay. And these overhead units, the old ones, they leaked all the time. It was a nightmare. And our head appraiser was in this office. They worked out of here. And from here, this is still the northwest, but here's just the north view, which is our main street here in Junction, Texas, of the Kimble County Courthouse. Walk across here to the county treasurer office. Y'all don't be jealous now. All right. And this was her section over here. Her secretary worked right here. There's the vault. You start to see a pattern develop here. This whole place is just, it was time. Got lots of cracking going on. And that little separated section was a built-in setup there. And this view, we can look out and see the northeast quadrant of the courthouse from the first floor. All right. Creep down here and peek in the Justice of the Peace's office.
That very back wall.
Gary, all that insulation's down in bundles. You want it? No.
Okay. Here, right here would be the secretary's desks, and also here. All right. And then right in here, there was a nice little fridge and a table. This is where, if you came to JP Court, you would work your cases out privately in this little room. And there's their vault where they had their goodies stored. And look, I mean, everyone we go in, this is what the whole place is looking like, cracks everywhere. All right. Okay. And this was the judge's chambers, the Justice of the Peace's chambers. And if he looked out the window, he would look out and see across the street the police department. All right. So now we're going to head upstairs. All right. Sneak upstairs real quick. You can see how that's a pretty poor design. We got these drop ceilings everywhere. All right, so this is our stairwell setup. And to the left here, this is the district courtroom. All right. And if you've ever been in court in Kimble County, you recognize this place. Got the projectors up overhead and screens. I'm not sure what they're going to do with all the pews, how they're going to get them out of here. Done lots of work here too. The court reporter usually sat right there, and there was your jury, and right there's whoever's being questioned. Right here was another officer from the clerk's office and a bailiff. And some of the folks in the past had me, they've removed it, but up under the judge's desk we had bulletproof material. And we did a bunch of work up here to make things safe. But this is what it looks like now. They've moved all of that stuff. Let's see. There's our prohibited items. And the pictures around here are some of the scenes from Kimble County locally. That's a little hill called Teacup. Okay. And behind the judge was facing south. And this was the view, if they ever opened it, that you would see. You can see over here on the left, that add-on is going to go away, I believe, all of that. All right. And this here is a scene, a local scene here called Lover's Leap. It's pretty famous around here locally. All right. And now we can get another look here. Still looking south. This entire, all this, this is the roof of some of the buildings we were on in the first floor, but this entire section is going away from what I understand. So that's gonna go. It's all added on. Same with this. When you look out of these windows after this thing's done, if these windows are still here, you'll look straight down on the yard right here. This entire part of the building will be gone. All right. Which will be okay with me. That thing was nothing but a big pain in the butt. Had leaks all the time.
Those some young thermostats right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that you don't see many thermostats like this guy anymore. What's that say? Mercoid?
Mercury switch, yep.
Let's see. I don't know if I can get close enough to get a good.
No Mercury. We changed a bunch of them at the city of Barksdale. I'm working for a pump company.
Yeah, the video ain't gonna get it as good as I'd like to, but all right.
No Mercury switch. That's crazy.
Okay. And this right here is what we were seeing in the basement.
Yeah, plumbing change, yep.
Yeah, but this guy goes all the way up to the roof. Yeah,
That's crazy.
down there in that boiler room.
Oh, that's good.
And that right there is the South Llano Bridge. Going from the city park on this side over to the county park on that side. Pretty cool.
That's when that
picture.
iron's still out there, see it?
Yep. It's good old days.
Yes, sir.
And what's this one? Preston, I can't remember. What falls is that? Is that what they call it, the falls?
Oh, God, I've seen that.
Me too, but it's one of
Down
the...
past Yates Crossing. Can't remember, I'll think of it in a little bit, but yeah,
All right, well,
beautiful place.
we're gonna get out of that one now. Let's see here.
I don't know what this was.
Yep, another Mercoid there. And this was the probation officer's little room here. Let me get backed out here now so we can get a good look here. All right. Coming out of the courtroom, this little room on the, we're in the dead center, so on the west side, we'll say that, of the courthouse here. This was the probation officer's area. And this is another little room that belonged to the probation office. Okay, and we're back in the hallway. And there's the entire hallway. I want to show you now, I'm looking up. That missing panel up there is actually roof access. If I had a ladder, I'd get up there and show you, but I'm not gonna miss that. Yeah, if you get up in there, there is a purlin ladder that's coming back towards us, and you gotta push a big old heavy lid off.
Yeah.
And when you see the two different layers of ceiling, when you're standing on that higher one you see there, it's about 5 or 6 foot tall to the actual roof. So there's a whole nother room's worth of area up there, you know. And this is the witness room. They could come in here and sit down before court, be taken care of, they visit with one another or their lawyer, whoever they needed to, while they're waiting on court.
Get your lives all together.
Yeah, got a big fat mess. All right. Witness room's always been kind of quiet. It hadn't been a big, nothing really. Okay, let's see here. And I can't remember whose office this was.
This was, wasn't this soil conservation?
Yeah, like Jerry Kirby maybe,
I think so, yes.
I want to say.
Soil conservation.
Yeah, soil and conservation. Yeah, let's see here. And there's your view out his window. And all the trees here need trimmed, so we'll see if that happens or not. I spoke with the tree trimming guy. Depends on what kind of funds is left after this real work gets done. All right, let's go to the women's bathroom upstairs. This thing's a nightmare. I mean, it doesn't look too bad in here. How about the old saloon doors?
That's pretty
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so they got these old toilets, but the plumbing in here, if you flush here, it would come out in Josh's office out of his ceiling sometimes. It was a big deal, so it became a nightmare, and it was time for all this stuff to be replaced.
Yep.
But
It's time.
these look like they're actually from way back in there, you know?
This is women's bathroom?
Yeah,
Why do they have girls?
that's a good question. I guess once upon a time, it was probably
one bathroom.
everybody, yeah, anybody upstairs, but, yeah. Got the sheriff's office using the trustees to haul some goodies out of here, but that's your view. Watch your head, press them, we'll let it down. All right. This was the women's restroom upstairs before. All right, man. How about the old door hooters too?
Yeah, man. You don't even see them anymore.
Yeah. Okay. All right, now the county
So this was the
agent.
County agent, that was the,
Now this is Donna Shermer was in here.
that was the, Veterans Fair.
Yeah. The upstairs offices were much more quiet. You didn't hear so much from them. The ag and FFA people was up in this office too. Claudette used to work out in this office. But this was kind of their little chambers where they were at before. Really curious to see the after.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I really like the old, but gosh, it's gotten so hard to take care of. And from a maintenance perspective, it's like, ugh. Okay, this one is the adult probation. We used to have a juvenile probation down there, and they were separated for a while. But this is where they actually handled the adults.
Yeah. I remember this one.
You can see they put their sign up for anybody trying to check in. But, you know, there ain't no telling, buddy, what you find. Looks like a pump or something.
Something.
Water pump or something.
Damn, did it flood up here?
You know what? I think, I don't know for sure, but, oh, I see what you say. Yeah, I remember when Sean Finn was working out of this
Yeah,
office. He was
yeah.
constantly having grief because he's got a lot of sinus problems because of the mold.
You know, when I first
So maybe
moved
it's
back
something
here,
to do with
I was doing
that.
Community service hours.
Yeah.
Worked with y'all, Matt was running.
Okay, and this is the elevator. It goes down to the first floor. I didn't show you that, guys, on the first floor. It is a nightmare. You ain't gonna get in there. It takes 2 keys. It's got a little one that goes in here that looks kind of like a Coke machine, vending machine key. Turn that. And then up here, there is a piece of galvanized tubing, to be honest with you, about 3/8, about that long.
One time, didn't we?
Sticks straight through there, and you got to do them at the same time and open it. This was the old call button that doesn't work.
When I was trustee, Charles and I worked on it then, I would put a solenoid or something there, some kind of something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a dadgum nightmare.
I don't think it's ever worked since then.
So there's our north view from the second story. This goes right out to Main Street, B4. All right, one last room here, and we're done, except for our little walk around the outside on the way out. This is the grand jury room. And behind that little section is where that elevator is. You could crawl through up there if the elevator hung up, which it did every time somebody tried to use it. And there was a reset up in there, so we'd have to get up in there and work on that electric box, get it done. Okay. Yeah, see how much space is in the walls? You know what I mean? It's the same downstairs. And see, I didn't notice this till recent because it was covered by a big clock. But that little breaker box, I guess to this American Standard.
American Standard, that's not a young one.
No, it's not.
Kind of like a lot of copper lines on there.
And they had a little bathroom of their own over here. Let's see, where's my lights? There we go. Only number 1. Please, no number 2. Thank
We
you.
got a shower coming in here?
Yeah, no, this was a leaking air conditioning unit. And they brought it in to this shower just for now to drain until this restoration came through. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
This is the kind of shape the place has gotten into. So
That's bad, isn't it?
that's where we're at. So that's the end of the inside. All right, and this is the outside of the courthouse from the east. And we're gonna turn around and look back at it now. So, those are the clocks I was telling you in that one room.
Yeah.
They're
that's
controlled
right,
from
yeah.
that room. This is the addition that's gonna go away.
All that over there, huh?
Yep, and right over here, I hope they do something with this too. I'm tired of this nightmare. What a junky old dude. Let's take a peek real quick here.
Oh, generator and all that crap?
Yep. Yep, see, all of this goes down in that basement with that boiler. That's where these,
Oh, yeah,
these end up. And inside of here, we got this big old Kohler generator. It was the backup. And I can hear the alarm going off on it. That's great. And this is the air conditioner. And this propane tank back here ran that generator. So it ran off the propane. Let's see what's going on with our alarm here. Turn him off. Oh. All right, wrong one. There it is. Silence. Low water temperature. I wonder why. You think it's because of the 30-degree weather we've been having and 20 degrees? All right, so there it is. This is what ran the backup around here for all these years. All right. Anywho. I know everything. I mean, look at this. You have to, and if you don't know what valves are open and what and shutting everything off, and nobody has any blueprints to this place. So hopefully when they're coming back now with this new stuff, yeah, they're gonna straighten that kind of thing up. So Preston and I are gonna head south around this place. All right. All right. This is where the sprinkler system comes to. You can see. Needs it on the outside. All this is gonna come off this wall anyway. All this. This building's just disappearing right here.
That's crazy. That's a lot of brick, but you know what? There ain't gonna be much you can use. They're gonna bust it all down.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I told the judge. I mean, I'll look at it with them, but they've put up a big fence around the perimeter here to keep everybody else out, including me, pretty quick. Until now, day one, when they came to put up the fence, they broke a faucet immediately, run over it.
There's your leg.
Yeah, there's the devil. Look, it was sticking up out of the ground this high, and they still didn't see it and ran over it. So, I got to come up here and show them how to turn the water off right off the bat. So I'll get called back a little bit, I have a feeling, for that kind of stuff. All right, here's the big boy, the transfer switch that ran the generator when the power went out. And here's all the power coming in. They're gonna have to move all this stuff. It's gonna have to go somewhere. All right. And this particular box, you can see this guy goes actually to, there's a timer that you can use if you want things to come on under time. But that right there supplies a little plug power to the roof. You can see them going up there. It also supplies each one on every quadrant. You got these little breaker boxes out here. And from the breaker boxes to each tree, you will see a little set of plugs like so. The trustees and I dug a bunch of ditches and run all this stuff over to the trees. Been here lots of years now already. And I believe the judge's daddy is the one who put these up. These breaker boxes. I believe he did. So,
Yeah, I believe it was.
this is the south view of the courthouse, and it's going to totally change because all this add-on's gone. It's just going to all look like this side, see, when it's said and done. It's going to be curious. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. All right. Yep, and you can look, I'll squeeze in close on that clock up there. They've had it. They're made out of brass gears. I've taken them apart before, little electric. They just plug in. There ain't nothing to them. But you need somebody who understands how to fix it to work it.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, this was our handicapped area. So I don't know what's going to happen now with that. I'm sure it'll be part of the deal. This is that basement where we started off in, where you've seen all the rotten, moldy walls. You can see why now. The drains in these things are about half stopped up. And not just because of the leaves that are there now, it was already. So, I'm gonna walk out here and get a better view of it now. This is the west side here. There's our county courtroom. Up above is our district courtroom. Okay. Old magnolia tree spread out pretty good too. Back in that ice storm, a big limb came out of the middle. That's where that gap is in it. Let's see what we got here. This is the entrance from the west side. So, see if I can get back a little bit here. Give you a pretty good look there. All right.
1929. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna come look at some of these guys over here too. Or what you call them? Historical markers. Trustees and I had to put this guy in. Let's see here. Trying to show it to you, but O.C. Fisher. I'm in between a fence right now, so there you go. All right. There's old O.C. Fisher. Are you hot, Preston?
Yeah, bud.
We're about to scoot, man. Who's this over there if I can see it? All right. We've got some old monuments from the old days here. Mr. Bert Fleming. It's World War One. Mr. Fleming. I have no idea what all's going on. See, and I'm sure these are probably about ready to be updated, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Roger Baxter. My mom always talked about him.
Oh,
He
yeah?
was a good friend of theirs or something.
Yeah, no, but they haven't been updated in so long, you know what I mean? I imagine they wrote down all the names that happened at the time, but
Alvis W. Tenney, that's James and Glenn Tenney's grandfather. That was Ike Tenney's daddy. Very nice.
Civil War, Mr. Gentry. All right, guys. So there are also 1, 2, 3, 4 more over here, and I'm not gonna mess with them right now from this side. I don't think they're gonna mess with it, but
I bet they don't.
there is our flagpole. All right, and now let me get back again. This is the north side of the courthouse here. So we gave you something to remember the old courthouse by. Thanks for coming along, Preston.
Yes, sir.
See y'all later.